This has been a long time coming, my brother.
Yes,
You say
sir.
you're supposed to be the first episode. I told you I had to polish up everything I was trying to do with the podcast. I didn't want to have you to be the experiment, so I experimented on a few other people. But I'm glad to have you here right now, my brother. I want to welcome my friend, my brother. He was a player. He's a coach. He's a trainer. He's continuing to have and hold one of the top, I want to say, pro-am basketball leagues in the city. If not the city, the country. It's possible. I want to welcome y'all, my man BG.
You here, man? Opinionated facts.
Let that rock out. Stop playing. Let that rock out.
Come on, man. That's 90. That's us.
That's championship music right there.
It's a fact.
So you just recently got back from coaching with Team Exodus.
Salute to Exodus NYCs.
Okay, Exodus NYC, and like, how did y'all do?
I mean, we won a chip, man. You know, it's the winning circle on this side. You know what I mean? Nothing new for us, man. You know what I mean? Our 17 new girls, we won a championship at the Spooky Nuke Premier Events Tournament. We went 6-0 out there, and I mean, it was a good look. It was a good showing for the girls. I mean, we beat a team by 70. The first game, we won 90, 95, 20 something. Yeah,
That's not fair.
Not fair, man. So, but salute to the girls, man. They've been working hard. I mean, we got a special group of girls, man. We got Dominique Darius. She's going to UCLA. We got Caroline Ducharme, who's going to UConn. We got Destiny Adams, who's going to North Carolina. So we got three of the top girls in the country, man. They're top 25 in their class. So it's a special group, man. When you're talking about girls basketball, which don't get, to me, I feel like, the credit that they should. But
Yeah, it doesn't.
you know, rest in peace, Patchy. You know what I'm saying? He started with the girls, and salute to my brother Thomas, who took it over, who I proudly alongside with. Has done a phenomenal job as a EYBL Nike program. So it's been a great run, man. This is my 9th year, I want to say, 9th or 10th year with them. So it's dope, man. It's a good look.
Yeah, nah, that's what's up, man. Like you touched on, like, girls, they don't get as much shine as they should, and even when it comes to WNBA and the way they get paid, like you
Right,
said, the
right.
pay gap, and
Facts.
it's crazy. The pay gap is crazy. They need to get more respect, because a lot of these women are playing on a high level.
High
A
level.
a lot of
man.
men probably can't play on.
Facts. I mean,
Okay,
I tell people, and I mean, we got a lot to talk about, but I tell people this, right? Like, girls basketball, women's basketball, their IQs are so much more higher than ours, and people will beg to differ, but their skill set is a lot more higher than ours, because they can't physically do a lot of stuff that the men could do, right? So, like, a lot of females, even though they have started dunking now, but they can't really dunk, or they don't do athletic plays like the guys. But their skill sets is on another level. And then socially, what they have done with the women's game, man, to me, I want to say they've done more than what the men's is doing. You know what I'm saying? As far as with the social justice and, you know, all of the rights that they fighting for. Maya Moore, you know, she took off 2 years to help somebody get out of prison. Like, you can't really touch upon what these women are doing. So salute to them, man. Like I said again, man, they got to put a little bit more respect on the women's game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, that's a fact, man. Salute to you too, man, for being one of the few that are actually willing to work with the younger women. You know what I'm saying? Because not too many people are even willing to even do it. Like, they don't
fact,
see
man.
them. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people, they get into, I guess, training or coaching or trying to be a mentor for the wrong reasons.
Right.
So if they don't see a person, a kid, as a come up, they won't work with them. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure. I mean, for me, like I said, you know, we got a lot to talk about, but for women, I mean, I have a daughter now, right, who's 7 years old. But same thing what you said. Like I used to always kind of undervalue the women's game, but then when I started working, a lot of people don't know, but I mean they do know. But I coached at ASA College with Thomas for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? We did some phenomenal things there. But when I first got introduced in coaching over there, it's just a lot, man. Like and then like being a male working with females, it's a lot that goes into it that a lot of people don't understand. There's a lot of barriers, man. A lot of different. It's a lot of sensitive areas, man. That you gotta really make sure that you have responsible men that are working with females. Like, cause like you said, a lot of them are not in it for the wrong reasons. Not basketball. Like a lot of we got a lot of predators, man. A lot of people that take advantage of these girls, man. And so for me, being able to work with them and getting these girls to this high level has been a lot, man. And for me, like anybody could train somebody that's already a finished product, but can you make clay and build something out the clay? You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I'm about, man. I tell people, man, I don't get players made. I make players. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference between somebody who really is a trainer versus somebody who just wants to manage talent. You get what I'm saying?
I want to give people a background on who BG is. Like what was basketball? Like what made you play basketball? Like at what point did you say, yo, this is what I want to
do? I mean, my pops, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I watched my pops play. When I was young, I used to, when I was old enough to go with him to the gyms or the parks, I just loved how my pops played, with the passion he played with. You know what I'm saying? And he really pushed it on me. You know what I'm saying? He kind of really, I don't want to say he made me play, but he kind of like ignited me to play. You know what I mean? And just being around the game, I kind of fell in love with it at an early age. So I want to say like around 8, 9 years old. That's when I really knew like I wanted to start playing ball. Like, but even at that age, I didn't really like play seriously with it. Like I didn't play on like a team or a club or AU program. Like I was just around the game. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like who kind of sparked me to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, I just started playing in the local teams, whether it was Henry Street Settlement or Alfred E. Smith Rec, and just really started like transitioning. Like I wasn't good though, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't. It's crazy. Like I wasn't when I first started. Like I wasn't good, bro. Like I remember.
Who is though?
Huh?
So who's good when they first start though?
Nah, no, but it's crazy, right? Cause like, and I see it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I trained and coached. Like these parents, bro, they be crazy. And I vividly remember, like, you know what I'm saying? Like my pops, I remember like it was yesterday, bro. I was playing, I think, at a YMCA tournament, and like my pops left the game. Like I was playing so bad, like he left the game. Like I vividly remember him walking out the gym because like he was so embarrassed because I wasn't good. But like he didn't walk out the gym because I was thinking it up, and he had to tell me that. Like he had to tell me like, yo, I didn't leave the gym because you was thinking it up. I left the gym because I felt like I was putting too much pressure on you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I wasn't good, man. Like I really wasn't good, bro. Like salute to my man Smoke, man. Steve, like Steve was a beast, like from Smith. Like that's who really got me better in basketball. But like I remember those guys, they were so good, bro, man. Like at 13, 12, 13. And that summer, bro, I was just like, yo, I'm gonna get better, son. Like I don't care if I'm gonna be out here all day. I'm gonna get better. You know what I mean? And if anybody knows Al Smith, like if you go 2 blocks to the right or 2 blocks to the left, you're in Chinatown. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's crazy. I started playing basketball with Chinese kids, bro, because they were the only kids who were playing basketball all day long. You know what I'm saying? And I would be out there with them all day, bro. You know what I mean? And then that summer, going into my sixth, like that was 5th grade. So like going into my my 6th grade, middle school, I got better, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was getting picked. You know what I mean? I went from not getting picked to getting picked at upper pickup to coaches hitting my dad up like, yo, I want your son to play, to people actually coming to my games at Henry Street to watch me on the side. Like, so it was a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I would say around then, that's kind of when I got good. You know what I mean?
What? It sounds like everybody has the same like story as to how they started, but then you see people that with the same story didn't
Right.
progress like everybody else. Cause I mean, but that kind of goes into what I'm about to bring up. Like, it took work to get
Right.
to where you're at, and a lot of people or a lot of kids, like, they don't see the work that it takes to get to where people
I mean,
are
for
at.
me, Mel, and not to cut you off, but for me, it's just like you 100% right, and I hate. I mean, I say hate because hate is a strong word. I'm just like the goat thing, right? Like everybody is a goat, or everybody is the king, or everybody's this. But are you really that? For me, like you said, it took a lot of like the body of work and the time that was put in was so much to where even when I got to a certain pinnacle in my life of basketball, I still felt like I wasn't where I needed to be. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But like nowadays in this generation, everybody is kind of crowned or self-proclaimed from just one thing that they do. You know what I'm saying? And I tell the kids all the time, they're like, yo, I'm like I try to be hard, but then I also am like the kids who everybody want to be around. But I tell these kids like, yo, you're not good, bro. Like even Louis, like Louis from LES, like I love Louis. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And he'll tell you like I'm one of the few people who always on him, bro. Like he could have an 80-point game, and I tell him he's a bum. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you still got to work for something. You know what I'm saying? Once you feel like you've arrived and came to a certain place, then you're gonna stop working, and then somebody's gonna surpass you.
Yeah.
So for me, like the formula to my success has always been work, and you know what I'm saying. You can attest to that. Like when I couldn't shoot, I just had handle. I spent timeless hours on my jump shot, and I think people really forgot that. Like I couldn't shoot the ball at all. Like people would play me in the paint like Rondo, but I put in a lot of work, and that next summer you couldn't leave me open. So it's like I tell people the formulas always work, man. You know what I mean?
Who was who was your role model? Like, who did you model your game after? 'Cause everybody has somebody.
Mm. Like in the NBA or like in LES?
Anybody, anybody.
It's a good one, man. I mean, for me, coming up, my favorite player, obviously, like everybody, was Michael Jordan, right? But I modeled my game after AI. Like AI was my role. Like AI was somebody who I looked up to. Like that was somebody who I just thought like I've never seen the game of basketball play like that. From the handle to him being undersized to doing what he was doing on the court. So that was my those are my role models like Michael Jordan and Allen Iverson. But like from the LES, man, I just like somebody who from young that I just loved watching was Magic, bro. Like Magic was my idol. Like that was somebody who took me under the wing. You know what I mean? And I didn't get to be his height. You know what I'm saying? Or as athletic as he was, but I just loved his game, and I loved how cocky he was. Like he was cocky, but he was like it wasn't in an arrogant way. He just knew like he was just that nigga. Like you know what I'm saying?
Magic was tough, man. I wish we could have seen more out of him. But I like that he's also giving back to the kids now too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
he didn't just let it just die because he has so much to offer. So I'm definitely glad to see that. So I mean, yeah, Magic definitely. So you say Magic and AI? Those are definitely two.
Yeah,
People
man.
to wanna-
Magic, and AI was definitely. And you know who I want to say like I didn't idolize him, but whose game I really love was Dean. I don't know if you remember Dean,
yeah.
but Dean was nice to me, son. Like he just had handle, he could finish, and and he had bounce too. Like to be small, he was dunking and all that. Like you know what I'm saying? So I really love Dean's game. To this day I always tell him that, and it's crazy because it was like, and I get into that, but those are all the dudes I want to kill. Like I had a hit list. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a hit list. Like when I was young, like those are dudes who I had like on my wall. Like I'm gonna see you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see you. You know what I'm saying? And I think kids are not like that no more. Like everybody's too buddy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is on some LeBron and Kevin Durant type stuff, and I hate it,
Yeah.
bro. Because I wanted to kill dudes. Like I don't care where you was from. If you was nice, you know what I'm saying? I wanted your throne. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I mean, like I think we spoke about this before, but the culture itself is different, and
But
I think social media has
yeah,
softened a lot of these kids up.
facts,
Like
man.
it softened up the generation because we didn't have that. You know what I'm saying, we didn't have that social media growing up, so for us it was we got to go to the court and we got to make a name for ourselves. We got to get our respect that way. It
Facts.
wasn't, oh, let me post a video of me dunking. Everybody's following or liking the dunk. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about all that, man.
Nah,
So, like, I definitely can attest to, like, just going to the court and wanting to play against the best that we know in our neighborhood. Because if you was able to hang with them, then you knew you, and at a young age too, then you knew that you could actually do something with this game.
that's a fact, man.
And that was the only way, like, to really sharpen your game. You can't really keep playing against your peers. How do you
But
get better if you keep killing the same the same people?
every day.
Yeah,
And,
like
and
how do
that's
you
a
get
fact. And
better?
that's a fact, man. Like, and I told something. It's crazy you just said that, bro. I just told a kid that today. Like, if you playing somewhere every day where you the best player, then you at the wrong place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta challenge yourself in some type of way to where you want to be around something that's better than you or something that's greater than you. And that was always me, bro. Like there was so many dudes in the LES when we were growing up that were nice, bro. Like that was nice. And like they were the man in their hood. You know what I'm saying? And like LES to some people is like a small place, but for us it's so big. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So for me it was just like I had to dominate everywhere. Like I felt like being nice and Smith wasn't like that was just regular. Like I was a local. That was a local thing. You feel
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And that's the same way I challenged my brand with LES Express. Like I feel like in LES, a lot of these kids is nice in their little 3 to 5 block radius, and they think they super nice. But like for me, I was able to go everywhere in LES and be that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's
and
different.
that's
It's a
when you
difference.
nice. It's the difference, bro. It's a difference. And I tell Louis and all of them that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, bro, like you could be nice in Baruch, but like, are you dominating your area? You feel what I'm saying? And then after that, are you dominating everywhere else to where you making and putting your city on your back? So like me, I always made sure like for me, it wasn't about LES. Like LES, I already did what I had to do in LES. So for me, it was like, yo, I'm taking LES and making it global. Like everybody who know me and wherever I go, gonna know what LES is, and I'm gonna be the person to make sure that they be like, nah, LES is about something. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that and
Hey,
that's and
yo,
that's how I
bro,
challenge
bro,
myself.
bro. Sit back, relax. I cannot see you again. How you always wind up back right in front of the camera? I
Oh
can't
my
see your
bad.
face, man.
My fault, bro. My fault.
Just relax, bro. You on it
My
right
bad.
now.
My bad, Brody.
But yo, it's like I'm glad that you actually brought that up. The fact that you left the lower and you played everywhere else because not too many people did that,
Right.
right? Not too many people did that. So, like, I had got into a back and forth with Sam
Okay.
because it was Sam and I think Tehran.
Okay.
So Sam didn't know really too much of me as far as basketball wise, aside from like I guess the hood tournaments or whatever. And
He didn't know
so
too much of who you said.
of me, yeah, right,
Okay.
basketball wise. And then we had Tehran, who I coached, so he didn't really know
Facts.
too much. You know, when he was younger, he didn't know too much about me basketball wise either. But like the point I was trying to get across to Sam was like I wasn't the best player, but I left the lower. You feel me? Like I wasn't a Lower East Side, you know what I'm saying, famous for basketball. People knew I could play, but I wasn't famous for that. But I did play in other tournaments. Like a lot of people remain local. You don't got to be the best player to make yourself known somewhere else. But you can't, like, you stand in the same environment. Yeah, you nice in your hood. People know you in your hood. But just to speak to that, like, I wasn't local.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't the best player, but I also wasn't local. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I played in, like, live on Broadway. I played in Tri-State one year. I almost played in Kingdom. That didn't happen. Ooh, I was tight. That didn't happen. Definitely want to play in Kingdom.
Played in Showboat.
I played Ankle Breakers on Fifth Avenue.
Yeah.
That joint was crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I think kids need to get out of that mindset also. Stop remaining in your neighborhood. Because for a long time, the Louis and the Cherries, they did not leave the neighborhood. And they had the talent to get better and the exposure early on.
Right. So again, like I said, for me, right, and I mean we're talking basketball and the state of New York City basketball, but for me, starting LES Express, that was my biggest thing. That was one of my
Hold on. No. We ain't there yet. We gonna get there. You jumping the gun. You speeding. Saying?
My fault. But like you said, like locally, right? So there were so many nice dudes locally, and people get so mad because I got the Carfax. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? Like I have all the Carfax, bro. You know what I mean? But like it was so many dudes that would be like that people from the LES would be like, yo, he was nice, and but it's like he was nice at LES. You know what I'm saying? So like he was nice at LES, but he never went in the trenches of Rucker or Tri-State or West 4 for Soul in the Hole or Tilly Park. Like I was in the trenches, bro. Like, and I was in the trenches repping LES, bro. Like I was in the trenches yelling out LES and yo, I'm from the lower. Like, you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. To the fact where it was like, that's when you really know you got something. And I salute a couple of people, but it wasn't a lot of people, and that's my knock on LES. It wasn't a lot of people, bro, that outside of yourself, and I give Mega a lot of credit. You know what I'm saying? Mega went everywhere and played. Like, you know what I'm saying? With a chip on the shoulder. But it was a lot of dudes on the Lower East Side, and I'm not saying they didn't. Maybe it was because they didn't have the opportunity, but they didn't make it their. They didn't make it their reasoning to go and show that they was nice other places. You feel what I'm saying? So like y'all was the bodega heroes. I tell niggas like y'all was the bodega boys. Like y'all was nice in the bodega on the corner, but you ain't going Walmart and get buckets. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you didn't go to Costco. Yeah, like y'all regular, bro. Like y'all the bodega. Like y'all, you know what I'm saying? And it's cool. Like there's nothing wrong with that. But when you're talking about basketball and comparing, contrasting people, don't compare me to somebody who ain't put in work. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't compare me to where my best friends and people who looked up to me and was asking me for moves is Bone Collectors, is the Andre Barretts of the world. It's like I went at it with dogs. You feel what I'm saying? So, like you said though, man, I agree with you 100%. It's so different, bro. So different.
Yeah. People definitely gotta get out that mind state. Like you just said, like you went up against some of the best in the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you prove yourself. And it wasn't like we had to wait or you had to wait until you was 25, 30 years old to get that opportunity. Now, we talking high school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We talking high school. It's like I remember those days. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember playing against Keedron Clark and Jay Wingate and Pete Mulligan. You know what I'm saying? I remember working out with Luis Flores. You know what I'm saying? Like these. I'm trying to tell Sam, man, you was local, bro. Like I had these opportunities. Like it was a great experience, and I think a lot of these kids they need to see that. Like the first time I worked out with Andre Barrett, I realized, I ain't got it. Because Barrett, he was a workhorse.
Workhorse,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying? I
We
ain't got
thought
it.
we was working hard, and then when we played against those dudes and seeing how strong, how fast, how skilled they was, it was a wake up call. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I appreciate so much, and I wish today that they still. I mean, they still have it, but I wish they had the boys club still, because the boys club gave us those opportunities to go to Kips Bay, to go to Jefferson Uptown, to go to all the different, you know what I'm saying, boys clubs where these kids was demons, bro. These
Yeah.
kids was dogs. Like I remember vividly me, Londy, JR going up to Kips Bay, bro. And we didn't have vans, and we didn't have
That's train work, man.
we didn't have the homies in our block driving us to the games. We was getting on the train to the bus, bro, to go to these games. And I remember playing against Andre Barrett, Kenny Satterfield, all of them on the same team, bro. So the refs cheating us, like, and still going up there and leaving there, and them giving us that nod, like, nah, yo, y'all dudes, like y'all can hoop. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So these kids, like I said again, like it's a little different now because of AAU and just some of these other city events that these kids get a little bit more exposure. But we really had to go a whole different route to really show that we was nice.
Mm-hmm. Nah, yeah, that's a fact, yo. Yo, I kid. Oh man, like I really wish that these up and coming players, like they knew what people really had to go through, and
Right.
the battles that were won or lost, it was still a win because you got the experience.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember the first time matter of fact, I was in Tri-State. Steve Burke walked through the gates, drop a light 50, hop on the train, and just leave. Like he was supposed to do that. That was the first time I
Right.
ever seen that.
He was tough.
First time I ever seen that.
Yeah.
Let's get back on track. So you got high school. What high school you went to?
High school, I went to LaSalle. Salute to LaSalle, man. I went to LaSalle for 1 year, bro. Not even like a half a year. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do it. It was a lot. And I tell kids this all the time. You gotta do your research and your homework before you pick your school, even in high school. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, like, and I'm gonna give you the breakdown. But I went to 3 different high schools, bro, in 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, which is crazy. But I went to LaSalle. Didn't like it there. There was a lot going on. Left there. Then I went to St. Anthony's. Salute to Bob Hurley, man. It was a big influence in my life and my basketball career. I really found out what basketball was about when I went there. You know what I'm saying? To St. Anthony's. Um, so I went there. I played JV my sophomore year. Got moved up, bro. With like the fifth, sixth game of the season, I got moved up to varsity. I was wild in JV, like averaging almost 45 a game in Jersey. You know what I'm saying? For JV, got moved up to varsity. Um, Played varsity, finished out the year in varsity. And I decided at that point they had 5 Division I guards that were there: Elijah Ingram, Tony Tate, Donald Copeland. I remember like yesterday. They had 5 D1 guards now here. So I was like, yo, I had to make an executive decision. Like,
Sheesh.
do I want to stay here and play and fight for minutes, or do I want to go to another school where it could be about me? You know what I'm saying? So right up the block from St. Anthony's, I used to travel, mind you, man. Going to school, I take the PATH train to Jersey every day, there and back. You know what I'm saying? So there was a school up the block, St. Mary's, which I wanted to finish in my career there. I went there, and I did my thing, man. I was first team All County, both my junior year and my senior year. Second team All State New Jersey my senior year. Honorable mention my junior year, and I had a great career there, man. Like my junior year, we struggled. But my senior year, we went to the states. We went to the state playoffs. Lost to Patterson Catholic. I don't know if you remember Tim Thomas.
Yeah.
That was his old school. But we lost to them, and I had a stellar career there, man, which was beautiful for me. And that was pretty much my high school career. I wound up doing a post grad year at Notre Dame Prep, which was dope as well. But for high school, that was my career.
All right. So do you think that you got a lot out of high school, especially with the switching of all the schools that you did?
That's a good question. I love that you asked that. That's a good question, man. If I had to do it again, I would have liked to. I would have wished I could have stayed at one school for 4 years. But I tell kids, at the end of the day, it's about you. And I know we preach team basketball and all that, but a lot of times when you're dealing with a lot of politics and a lot of different things, you got to kind of make that decision to put yourself in the best position you can to be showcased. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I could do it over again, I wish I could have stayed at one school. I would have had a chance to score 1,000 points. I scored 600 points in 2 years at the school I was at. But having that accolade of scoring 1,000 points, maybe getting 500 assists, you have a better chance doing that at one school. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah, nah, definitely, man. Cause I know, I only asked that because I know some kids they try to, I guess, go where they feel they're gonna get the most playing time, and
Right.
just to pat their stats pretty much, and it might not be the best like academic situation for them. It might not be
Right.
the best situation as far as them getting to a top college.
Yeah. No,
You know what I'm saying?
it plays a role, man. Like honestly, and I mean I got looks at St. Mary's, but if I would have stood at St. Anthony's, knowing what I know now, I probably would have gotten better college looks, even playing a lesser role because of the exposure of the school. You know what I'm saying? So you make a really good point that it's a lot goes into that process. You know what I'm saying? So because you could go to a school and average 30, but you might not get the looks that you would get going to a double A school. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying?
What did you end up doing after high school?
So after high school, like I said, I didn't get my SAT score. I had a bunch of Division 1 offers. I didn't get my SAT score, so I wound up going prep. I did a post grad year at Notre Dame. Did well there, but same thing. Didn't get my SAT score. I missed my SAT score by about 130 points. So I had to go JUCO. I went to Westchester Community College, which is a Division 1 JUCO. Salute to Westchester, man. Rest in peace to my old head coach, Coach Nick. But I went to Westchester Community College, won a region championship there, went to the district tournament, and lost. And then I wind up graduating there, and then I had, which was called the 50-50, and I wound up going to the University of Rhode Island, and I did 1 year there.
Like, speak on JUCO real quick, cause a lot of
Mm,
kids they feel like JUCO. Nah, I'm not doing that. Like they're better than JUCO,
right,
and a lot of these JUCOs they put you in a better position than any 4 year school. Like some of them can put you in a better position to get to the school that you actually should be at.
right. So that's a good question, man. Like for me, I can answer it on both sides because I played JUCO and then I coached at JUCO. So for me, JUCO is just like a second chance. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? It's really just like a second chance to get you where you really supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So I think the people that do well at junior college are the ones that don't look at it as junior college.
Hmm.
They look at it as an opportunity for them to showcase their talent and position themselves to be in a better place. Um, it's almost like a part time job, right? Like you know what I'm saying? Like you work a
Hmm.
part time job to prepare yourself to get to a full time position. So it's the same thing with JUCO, man. And but it all also depends on which school you go to. Like Westchester Community College was ran like a university. You know what I'm saying? Like our
Okay.
practices, we had 2 days. So we had practice in the morning, practice in the afternoon. We have study hall, we have weight room. So it was ran like a college, like a university, you know what I'm saying, program, which some JUCOs aren't run like that. You know what I'm saying? Sad to say. So you have to again do your homework on your coach. Ask some of the former players that played there. Do your research on that. Ask them how the practice is, how the school is, because you want to put yourself in a position to be in a school where you want to prepare yourself for the next level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
So JUCO was good, bro, but it was really different because now you're an adult. Like you don't got a teacher Like you gotta make sure you go to your classes. You gotta make sure your work is done. It's like college. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't do well because they take it for granted. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of people fail off or they don't get the grades they need to get to at JUCO because they don't take it as seriously as they need to. You know what I mean? You have to really utilize your time management and position yourself to really be able to succeed.
Yeah, I mean, I think like it all comes down to discipline. Like you gotta really discipline yourself, and if um like it's not even always so much about basketball. Like you might just want to
Right.
get to another school, so you use JUCO as that stepping stone to get there. Because at the end of the day, it should be about your education. It should be about a career, and
Right.
basketball should be secondary, unless you're highly recruited. People are really already talking. Yeah, you can definitely go first round. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ain't in that tier of player, then career should definitely be first. A regular career. Like I'm saying. Get
Crazy and the crazy
education
thing
first.
about it too is a lot of dudes went like if people really do their homework. Steve Francis, you got Scottie Pippen, you have a lot of players that went the JUCO route and went to the league. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand, like you said again, it's you can get there. You know what I'm saying? It's just a stop on the road. Like you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not on the express train. You on the local. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how you got to look at JUCO. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, because if a professional career, I'm not even talking about just NBA, even across seas. If a professional career is what you want,
Right.
then you need to, I guess, first understand that there's only a handful of spots,
That's a fact.
and there are millions of players. You know what I'm saying? So your road is gonna be different. It's not gonna be like everybody else's. It's gonna be different. So that behind the scenes work needs to be put in. And I'm not talking about just working out. I'm talking about like being able to network with different people. Because a lot of the times it's who you know. A lot of the times it's who you know and who's gonna get you that exposure, who got your best interest in mind.
You know, man, that's a jewel. You know, like I gotta cut you off because that's crazy that you said that because people don't understand that, and that's the key to life. Like a lot of times you're gonna find like your best and your biggest blessings come from who you know. You know what I'm saying? Not what you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like it's so crazy that you just said that because I remember vividly in JUCO. This is JUCO, man, at Westchester. One of my classmates, right? His grandfather was the owner of Super Soaker Gun. Remember Super Soaker? I think they still got those.
Yeah, they still got them.
His grandfather owned that. His grandfather's a billionaire.
Yeah, as money.
And he's at junior college. You know who my best friend for the whole rest of the semester was. You know what I'm saying? But I say that to say like you never know who you're gonna meet, and you have to utilize that and be very very social. I think a lot of our kids now they're so antisocial because of the game, the video game, and the phone. Like they don't know how to just have open forums and dialogue with people. If it's not like first through the phone, it's like they look at you like you weird. Like you know what I'm saying? Like and it's like weird, bro. I'm in front of you for real. Like this ain't no virtual thing. Like you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy you said that. Like the networking in college is like that's when you really gonna lock in and really make the best of your life when you network like that.
Yeah, I mean, because if you look at a lot of the people, and I can speak for myself, I'm pretty sure you got stories too and people in your life too that they went away to school.
Right.
They were great basketball players. They went away to college. They networked. And they're doing very well for themselves. They're not professional players. They might not be where they wanted to be at that time.
Right.
But they're doing well for themselves right now because they didn't just go to school. They used school to get whatever degree they needed. They networked with the right people, and they made a life for themselves.
That's
and
a
I
fact.
think that that's what the end game should be, man. Just like
Mm.
making a life for yourself, man, because it might, like, your dream might not be what you think your dream really is. Like, I mean, what the reality really is.
The ball gonna stop bouncing at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? The ball is gonna stop bouncing, and it's a game within the game. So there's so many things in basketball. And I'm just using basketball for example, but because we be talking basketball.
Yeah.
But there's so many things you can do in basketball that doesn't require you playing the game physically. And I had to learn that. You know what I'm saying? And I think our kids in this generation needs to understand that there's so many lanes in the game of basketball, but they don't open up their eyes and visualize that because they're so stuck on just one thing, which we were too.
Yeah.
But we weren't exposed to the other stuff because we didn't have all these other things that's going on. So now these kids got so much access that they're not taking advantage of it. It's just like me, for example. Like, I run a basketball league. It's a brand now. It's not just a league now. It's a brand. So why aren't kids? Not saying they don't do it, because there are some. But why aren't kids shadowing myself or the Dykmans of the world, the Kenny Stevens, and saying, "Yo, how did you do that? How did you start that? What? I may not even want to do it, but I want to learn how you created that, because I might could create something else that may be a whole totally different thing, but just utilizing how you did it or get me a step further than the next person."
Yeah. So actually, you know what? Let's get into LES Express. Let's definitely get into that, cause like that's your baby. And that's it was funny because I know at a time, like you already know, I had ran my own tournament.
Sure.
And in the Lower East Side, when
Off of the game, I'm a champion, MVP.
So
yeah, come on, don't come on, man.
Listen, you got, bro, you got it.
I know, but come on, don't take away my accolades from me, man.
I'm not taking away your accolades, bro. Like we gonna talk about my tournament too. But where I was going with that was at that time, there was really nothing as far as unlimited in the Lower East Side when me and my brother Rich, you know what I'm saying, came out with half of the
Rich
game.
Is my man.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, big ups to Rich, man. So it got to the point where, I mean, no disrespect to Bill, you know what I'm saying? Because Bill had he had Hand Fish. He had Hand Fish, but Hand Fish was towards the end, and it was starting to die out because Hand Fish was that was our rucker at one point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it was starting to die out, so I think me and Rich came in at a good time when we started our Unlimited tournament. And I know, like, my last year doing it, you had asked me, Mel, like, how did you get this started?
I remember that.
In the back of my head, I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, oh, shit. All right, BG coming. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? So I explained a couple of things to you. And one thing, because, like, for me, it was always...
That's a fact, though.
Everything... In my mind, everything BG said he wanted to do and he was going to do, it probably didn't happen when he said he was going to get it done, but he got it done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even to this day, every time you say, yo, I'm working on something, I got something coming, you was really working on something, and you really had something coming, and it came. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I can say about you. Like, you was always persistent. If you had a goal in mind,
right,
you set that goal and tackled at you, and that was big. So I think the year after me and Rich was done, the birth of LES Express, and it just took off. It just took off because you started off in Smith, right?
Yeah. My first year, I did. It's crazy. I did high school my first year. 18. I don't even think it was 18, man. Maybe 16s, bro. Maybe 6 to 18. Did it. It was dope. Great, great turnout. And then, bro, it's like I said again, going back to networking, right? And who you know. The very next year, Mel, we was on the Nike court. Nike Rivington Court. Like we was on a like we a part of history. That's why I tell people like when you talk to me, talk nice. You know what I'm saying? Like talk very nice to me. When you you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
talk very nice to me.
Big, bro. Like I don't
Big.
think. Hold up, time out, man. I got one of these flex bombs right here, man. Man, that joint was amazing. Like the fact that it was a Nike court
In LES.
The East Side?
In LES. Tournament court LES Express.
Right? Like the fact that actually happened.
Now I told you I'm coming with smoke, right? So we did the cool stuff. So now I got to talk spicy a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of spice talking on here. It's called opinionated facts. So I give the car facts. We're gonna talk opinionated facts. But my facts is real life. So the next year, Mel, right? Not only did we have the Nike Rivington Court in LES, sponsored by Nike, the only court, the second tournament, the second court built ever outdoors. We was a part of that. We was the only high school tournament they had in that court, right? We drop another bomb too.
I'm about to. I'm waiting for you to finish.
All right, and then we had a dual sponsorship that year. So my Unlimited tournament was sponsored by Above the Rim, Reebok. Can't make this up, bro. That was year 2. So it was really year 1. I really consider that year 1. Because this would have been my 9th year, so I really consider that year 1. Only because I did both that's when I started doing Unlimited in high school. So I really consider that year 1. But it's not what you know, man. It's who you know, man, and what you done. Like people respected me so much. Salute to Bobito, bro. Bobito Garcia, who's my brother, one of my mentors. He's the one who kind of like threw the live for the Nike court. You know what I'm saying? But the people in Nike already knew me. They was like, VG, yeah, we doing that. Yeah, he doing that. So like, I was already associated with doing so much positive things, and people kind of knowing my tier work, that it was a no-brainer for them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like to have that now, like to this day, I've done a lot. That's one of my biggest highlights. And that was done in my first, like I said, consider my first year.
Oh, okay. You said that was one of your biggest highlights.
One of my biggest highlights.
All right, cool. I thought you said that was the biggest highlight, kids.
Nah, that was one of them.
You had a few, bro. You had a few. Then you still got some coming, so. For me, it's always, stay tuned, man. What's BG gonna do next?
Fact. So but that's but going back to, I want to just touch on, and I appreciate you, my brother, for life. We done had wars on the court, and we done had wars together with each other on the back court. But you did a lot for me that year, and I tell people when I asked you about the tournament and how it started, you welcomed me with open arms and gave me a lot of positive feedback. But it wasn't. I didn't want to start a tournament, right? And a lot of people kind of get things misconstrued. I didn't start a tournament to compete with somebody else.
Yeah.
I started a tournament because I felt like I could bring a different demographic to LES than what everybody else was doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I never did something for myself. So like LES to me was always a give back for me. It was always a give back. Like I didn't make the NBA, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately. But I knew I did a lot with basketball. So I knew that it was important for me to give back. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm so adamant and was adamant about starting LES. Because I wanted to give people a feel of what Rucker is in LES. Like a lot of people from LES never seen Rucker. They just seen YouTubes or they don't, you know what I'm saying, MSG. But they never actually got to feel and be a part of basketball at that level. You know what I'm saying?
So like, how is it right now to because actually I ain't even gonna hold you. When I first started half of the game, I went straight into Unlimited. And my main reason for just doing that is because I seen so many other tournaments that were charging out the ass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you wasn't. And this is back when it wasn't about a bag. It was about trophies. You know what I mean? So they were charging $800-900 a team, and you were getting trophies that they probably only paid $30 a trophy for.
Right.
what I'm saying? So you're paying all this money, and
And
this
your
is what
trophies
you're
is
getting.
crazy. You was the first person I seen with the crystal trophy.
Ooh,
Drop
yeah,
a
remember
bomb on that too.
that
Drop a bomb on that.
time? Yo, the crystal trophies, bro.
I still got no. Mine's broke. Mine's broke.
Fam, the crystal trophies.
The crystal trophies was stupid.
I can't. Yo, me and Rich, we sat down, we spoke about it, and because like I said, like when I first started this, it was about providing a tournament for adults that I can make money off of, and also not cheat the adults.
Right.
So,
Give them something for their money, for their dollar.
So I came in. Our price was only $500.
Yeah.
It was only $500. That was it. You know what I'm saying? And the trophies cost more than the fee that you paid to get into the tournament.
That's a fact.
So, like like I said, it was better than what other tournaments was offering. And when the years went on, that's when we started. I had included the bag, and it was a better look because now I got way more teams. Now I'm like, okay, they really interested in money. Okay, got you. Then I got more teams, right? But that was just what I wanted to do with it, and that was just about making money. So when you did it, you started off with high school, and that was something that nobody else was doing.
Right.
There was a lot of unlimited tournaments, a whole lot across the whole city, a lot of unlimited tournaments. Then you came with the high school, and your high school started blowing up, and you came with your unlimited. And that's why when you started talking about, you wasn't about like really the competition aspect of it, because you started off doing high school. It wasn't even unlimited. So who you competing with? Nah, you're not competing with nobody because you're the only one doing it. So where's the competition? The competition is yourself. And then there was nothing else going on the lower. Here comes your unlimited. Yo, the fact that you started off in Smith, you know what I'm saying? That's your ground zero. The fact that you started off in Smith, the experience was amazing. That joint was like, especially when you was in the gym.
Yeah.
That joint was like being at Rucker at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I remember the first time I was in the gym and you played, well, not you, your man, what's your man's name? He's the same DJ. He's still rocking with you.
Oh, Early Style. DJ Early.
Yeah.
DJ Early.
He threw on your brother's track, Turn Me Up.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I've never seen a crowd go that crazy for a song, and the song was so hype. I was like, this is a different experience for me. It was a different vibe in there. Then the teams you had, yo, you did when you started it, you did a overall great job, man. And like to see where the tournament is at right now, because it went from being a tournament that's run by BG. Yeah, we know who BG is. Yeah, the tournament's it's hype. It's all right. It's cool. It's another tournament though. To being top in the city. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to say top 3 in the city. I would say top one. I would say number 1, but I haven't really been to a bunch of other tournaments in the past couple of years. Most I've ever seen past couple of years, I want to say, is LES Express.
Right.
But if the other tournaments that I remember are still going on, you're definitely top tier. Because I know, like, Gersh is still going on, right?
Appreciate that. Yep. Gersh, Dykeman, salute to Gersh, Dykeman. Salute to my co-partner from the Commissioner's Corner, Hoops and the Sun, Joe Cruz. But no, we definitely, I mean, I appreciate those accolades, and you know, we get a lot of people that say we're top 3, top 5 tournament in New York City, and for me, that's you know, I care about that because at the end of the day, again, it's still about LES. You know what I'm saying? So people really understand and recognize the tournament for what it is, but then those accolades still come back to the Lower East Side. So it always feels good for me to hear those things and to know the work that I put in and going to like what you said, like for me, it wasn't about the money. The first 2-3 years, I lost money, man. Like I tell people all the time, I lost money in the tournament and wound up, you know, having to pay out of my pocket. But it was worth it because I always knew the vision was gonna outweigh all of the bad that was going to come with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to be able to give those high school kids that platform, right? To be able to give somebody who I grew up with, who is one of my brothers, Mega, a platform. Nobody knew about Mega's AU team. You know what I'm saying? Mega's AU team wasn't really playing against all the top other tier competition. But to give him that platform and for him to be able to launch off in LES was huge to me. You know what I'm saying? That was something that you can't put a price dollar on. You know what I mean? And to have NBA players come and play in a tournament and kids from the LES get to see NBA players, Lance Stevenson, up close and personal, like that's something that I always wanted to do and give. And to see it come to fruition is just like, it's a blessing, bro. And I tell people, like, you can't make this up. You know what I'm saying? You can't make it up. And like, if you're going to talk to me nice. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was blessed to have a Nike sponsorship. Blessed to have an Above the Rim sponsorship. Blessed to have an Adidas sponsorship. Blessed to have a Puma sponsorship. You know what I'm saying? Blessed to have an overtime deal. People didn't know what overtime was. I brought overtime to the hood. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, just talk nice, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, just make sure you talk nice, man.
But don't forget, for consecutive years, you had the best uniforms in the city.
Oh man, we're not even gonna talk about that, man.
Nah, we gotta talk about that.
Now I'm gonna tell you something, right?
Crazy.
And this is crazy, right? I'm gonna tell you something. I had an executive from a brand. I'm not gonna say which brand. My second year, come to me and say, "Yo, you messing us up." I said, "Yo, how I'm messing y'all up?" He was like, "Yo, the tournaments want customized uniforms because everybody keeps saying y'all got the best uniforms, and now you see all these tournaments doing customized uniforms." I ain't gonna say we started the trend, but a lot of people followed.
Bro, put it like this. I can say you didn't start the trend. And the reason I'm saying that is because, I seen, like, before you had customized uniforms, the first customized I seen was Rodney Park. It was,
for a fact.
But the fact, like, what you put out, the product you put out, the designs you had, nobody was touching it.
And man, I'll give you one better. I create those designs. Like, people don't understand. Like, I take like year after year. After the Galaxy uniforms, Mel, I was done. Like, I mentally, I'm like, yo, I can't top this, bro. Like, I can't. What am I gonna do to top that? You know what I'm saying? But every year, I try to put something creative in the uniforms to just make people be like, yo, that's crazy. Like not last year, the year before, which was 2018. We partnered with Huda, and we had camouflage New York State from the actual from the actual map. We had the New York State in camouflage in the uniforms. So like the average person can't see that. Like the average person won't see that until they really look at the shorts and be like, yeah, that's New York State on the map. So it's like every year, bro, I put my heart and soul into customizing the uniforms because, you know, when you feel good, I mean, when you look good, you play good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And even, you know, even for me, it's like to see people, bro, like playing other tournaments with my shorts on, like I constantly see it all the time. You know what I'm saying? And it makes me feel good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Speaking of shorts, man, you still never give me the shorts, bro. Just saying. Now I support you now. You know what I'm saying? Because you selling shorts and stuff now. Before when you was giving them drinks out for free.
But you always support it though. You always used to be like, yo, BG, you got any extra, bro?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But you know, it's cool.
And y'all played in LES, man. I believe it was the first or second year y'all played.
Yeah, definitely played, man. Now I'm gonna speak to that too. Cause I didn't like your damn crowd. And the reason I'm saying that is because
you always had a problem with the crowd.
Bro, I remember vividly, and I was tight. I remember vividly. There's a game going on. I think I'm guarding your brother. I'm guarding Just. So when they seen that matchup, your man gets on the mic. He said, yo, clear it out. I'm looking around like, nah, don't clear it out. What we doing out here? Don't clear it out. Help. What's wrong with y'all? He was like, no, when I say clear it out, y'all move. Next thing I know, my teammates is moving to the side too. I'm like, nah. You know what? Yeah, Josh, you gonna have to shoot this ball because I'm backing up. Just shoot that. You ain't embarrassing me out here. Right? Boom. Shoots. Bounces off. He misses. Crowd was still going crazy because he was doing 1,000 moves, but he missed the shot. I was like, all right, cool. Got that off. I wasn't getting embarrassed. No way. The next play down, I'm guarding somebody else. He's running baseline. He cuts back, and I tried to keep up with him. I slipped and fall.
Oh, I remember that.
Fam,
I remember that.
I slipped and fell.
Yeah, I remember that.
No, in fact, I didn't even fall. I slipped.
Nah, you just touched the floor.
I stumbled all the way back into the mats, into the wall. Fam, I wasn't even in the play, right? The dude that was coming up court with the ball, I guess he made a move on the guy that was guarding him. So at the same time he's making that move, mind you, he's at the freaking three-point line, top of the key. He makes the move. At the same time he's making the move, I'm stumbling back into the damn wall. Jim goes crazy. I'm like, I wasn't even in the damn play.
Right.
But then when I spoke to my teammates, they say, yo, it was close enough to where it looked like, yo,
it looked crazy.
He said it looked like he bodied you. I was like, yo, you know what? Let's run up the court, man. I can't even argue it. Whatever. They see what they want to see, man. I'm happy about it. But the gym went crazy. I'm like, you know what? I ain't coming back here, man. Yo, all right, so this question I need to get into because I was trying to find the receipts on this one incident. I was trying to find the receipts because it involved John Lopez. Big ups to John Lopez. Love you, bro.
John Lopez, my guy.
Right? But this goes back to my tournament. And I need to ask you because now that you're a commissioner, and you understand exactly the ins and outs of what it takes to run a tournament, the rules you set and the rules that need to be followed, your credibility, money on the line, you know what I'm saying? So now that you understand all that, now, because this actually bothered me for that time, especially
I know what you're about to ask me too.
Yeah. Let me finish. Let me get this out. So when, especially John Lopez on Facebook, he chimed in and he wasn't even a part of the league. He just heard what happened and he was going off on me, right? So, yeah, Mel mad foul. All right, cool. So now I'm gonna run this down, and I want to see what you would have done in that situation because at that time you was a million percent.
I was a player at the time.
Yeah, you was a player. You was a million% against me, right? So set the scene. The rules in my tournament. You have to play one game to be eligible for the playoffs. If you don't play in the game, then you're not eligible. And if you do play, your team has to forfeit if there's a protest. Right. So now, situation. Tyson, I love you. Johnny, I love you. Y'all family.
Family.
And y'all made my tournament what it was. The last 2 years of my tournament, y'all made it what it was.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all came through strong. Y'all had a championship down at Handfish. Rushed from there, came over here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all showed me love. Y'all could have just forfeited, but nah, y'all made sure y'all came through. Right? So, now, playoff game. Y'all playing against Dominican Power.
I remember that.
A player named Troy entered the game. So it was Troy and Miguel. Miles High. Shout out to Miles High.
Shout out to Miles High, my brother.
They killing Dominican Power. Killing them. Now, the team that is waiting for y'all to win, so they waiting for the end of the game so to see who they could play in the championship. Two of the players show up to the game because they want to see who they play next round.
Right.
I get a phone call from one of the players.
You wasn't even there.
Right? Get a phone call. Yo, why is Troy playing? I said, what's wrong with Troy playing? Because I remembered him actually playing. In my mind, I remembered what it was. He never checked in. I remember him coming to the table.
He came to the game. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he came to the game. I know. I actually remember him coming to the table, but he never checked in. So now the team is like, yo, Troy supposed to have played with us. He never played with us, and he definitely ain't played with them. So how's he playing in the semifinal game? I go to Tyson and Johnny. I said, yo, the team y'all supposed to play, they're protesting right now that Troy's not supposed to be playing. So if this is a fact, it's only halftime right now. Y'all are up. If this is a fact, take him out the game.
Right, I remember that.
If you take him out the game, I can make sense of it all. Because I can say, okay, because honestly it was. I could have sworn that I did see him at a game and possibly check in. I just had to go back to the books to confirm it. That was it. And I was like, y'all sure he played with y'all one game? The answer was yes. Y'all positive, because y'all can take him out now and y'all are up by enough, but y'all don't even need him. Y'all can still win.
Right.
Now we're positive. He played. Fine. Let the game go. Now, y'all wound up winning. Easy. One of the players from that team, from your team, came to me, and he was upset because the shirt that was given to him was taken off his back and given to Troy so that Troy could play. So he never got an opportunity to even play. So you already know he's salty.
Right.
Came straight to me after the game. Y'all don't know what they talking about. Troy ain't never played with us. So now I got confirmation. Troy never played. And the rules state, and mind you, there's money on the line.
Yeah, that was a big summer. I think I ain't talked to you for a whole year.
Yo, you ain't fam. So now I'm put in a position where I can't go against the protest. So now it's like, you sure he played? What game was it? I go back to the game. Name not in the book. I go back the whole season. Name's never in the book. Name is never in the book. Then I have your teammate telling me he never played because he was salty, which I thought was 1,000,000% wrong. Like, okay, you ain't played one game. Y'all trying to get to that bag. Y'all about to split that. Why do you even care?
Right.
So why would you go against the fan? You know what I'm saying? But he did that. So there's money on the line. As a commissioner and for my credibility, I cannot just ignore that now.
So you want to get into how I feel, right?
I want to get into, like, in that situation, because at that time I already knew how you felt, because you let me know how you felt. Tyson let me know how you felt. Johnny let me know how you felt. I was just a effed up person at that time, because I was supposed to. So
for me, right, as a commissioner, I would have done what you did. Only thing I would have questioned would have been was let me retract. Let me track back. But protesting, the way I do protesting is this has to be the team you're playing against. My biggest thing with that whole situation was it was a team that didn't even concern the game. So in my league, it has to be the team that's being played. So like if Dominican Power protest, then I would have totally understood what you did. And I still to this day understand what you did because it was the right thing to do. That's the rule.
Hold on, but that's what happened though.
No, but Dominican know that. But Dominican Power didn't know anything. No, they didn't know nothing about it.
Dominican Power didn't know until one of the players from the other team that was waiting.
This is what I'm saying. So it was blown up that way. Now, what you did was 100% right. If the kid didn't play, then that has to be a forfeit, right? My thing was, now again, I recalled, like you said, Troy playing. Now, he came to the game. He just didn't play the game because we had 3 games that day. So he didn't play in your game because we won in your game by so much that he didn't play. He went to the table to check in. So all he was going to do was sub in and sub out. I don't know if that actually happened. I remember it happening, but maybe he didn't sign the book. That's the only thing that could have channeled in my mind that didn't happen because he came in 3 games. I vividly remember him coming to 3 games. And so that's what threw me off of like, damn, well, you seen him at the game, like you and Rich, because Rich even was like, yo, he came to the game.
I kid you not, we both remember him being there.
So that's why I was like,
I remember him coming to the table and everything.
Right. So for me, it was like, yo, y'all both seen him at the games. So why are we tripping about this? And he had the shirt on. But again, to your defense, and as time went, I was like, yo, you know what? He had to make an executive decision and do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? But I think there were so many barriers that played into it, as far as us kind of being the home team, being a team that everybody really wanted to see the chip. That was a lot. You know what I'm saying? Which we came back and won it. I think the year after or 2 years after. But that was just, it was a lot you had to deal with from a kind of a local aspect. But you did the right thing as a commissioner. I'm with you 100%. Because what happens is if you didn't do that, now all other teams will question: are you showing favoritism? Or are you want just that team to win? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of, like you said, credibility issues would have came to the light. So looking back at it, I totally understand what you did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because for me, like, I'm not, one thing I was never going to do, I don't care how much love anybody got for me, when it comes to their money, there was a lot of money on the line. When it comes to
now the only thing I would have done, too, man, not to cut you off, which I had presented to you was, which I think I would have taken consideration, was replaying that game without Troy. Because that was because when you protested a game to go to the chip and you just forfeit a team out of the chip, that's really, really hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was tough, man.
That's a tough decision. So, like, that's why I kept saying, yo, Mel, let's play them again without Troy. And he was like, yo, BG, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, the rules, the rules. That would have been the only kind of medium I would have done. But then again, like you said, time, you was getting late into the summer, it was getting dark. You know what I'm saying? You had to kind of finish out the tournament. You know what I'm saying? So you probably didn't have time to really be like, yo, we could replay this game. Because I think in your mind, you really wanted to do that. You know what I'm saying? But you had so much heat coming down your back, it was like, yo, I can't.
Yo, but look, I'm going to put it to you like this, and I probably shouldn't even say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Because like I said, from my recollection, he was there. Because I think I told Tyson, like, yo, because he told me that day that Troy wasn't playing.
Right.
I was like, yo, all he got to do is check in and check out. I remember seeing him come to the table, right? So, if I didn't get a call from Lou, from Dykeman, from Dominican Power, because that was long. I think he ran Washington Heights, the basketball tournament.
That's my guy. To my Lou Guzman. That's my man. So they had a good team too.
Yeah, they had Baby Shaq.
They had a brick. That was a big look for you that summer. Yeah.
Yeah. So if, like I said, it got back to Dominican Power. So if I didn't get that call from Lou, then I would have just went off of my recollection that, yo, I remember him being there and checking in.
Right.
But they went and told Lou. I mean, they told whoever was on Dominican Power. They went back and Lou called me direct. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I can't just continue to try to get around it. Because I want, like, at the end of the day, y'all straight up beat Dominican Power. And y'all should have been in the chip, and y'all should have won it that year. Easy, hands down. So even though I didn't really respect the protest, I didn't respect it because I'm like, wow.
You had to honor it though.
I had to honor it, and I tried every which way to get around it because, like I said, me and Rich were talking like, I remember him being there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we had to go back to the book, and like I said, if I didn't get that call from Lou, we would have just went off of our recollection. Like, I remember that happening. He did check in.
Right. For sure. I mean, like I said again, I think that was tough for you. You know what I mean? I remember it bothered you a lot, and you know, me and you were friends and brothers, like, and we didn't talk for a while when that happened. But it was something that, as a young adult, because that's what you was at the time, you know what I'm saying, running the tournament, you had to make that executive decision. And I've had to do that a lot of times, man. There's a lot. I'll give you one better. Sean Bell, right? And salute to Sean Bell, who's my man. One of the best programs in New York City. One of the best coaches, probably, to go down in history in street ball. they was in the final four of my tournament, and it was a rain out. You know how it goes with rain outs.
Yeah.
And he had, now my tournament is different from yours. Unlimited. I do open roster, but you have to play at least one playoff game to play in the championship.
Yeah. Okay.
So it was a game. I believe they were playing. I forgot what they were playing. Diamond. Diamond is another great team. They were playing Diamond, and he asked me to push the game back one day, right? Now, mind you, it was the rain out. So I said, on rain outs, if it rains, we play the next day. That's the year we had the lights. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah,
but we had the lights and all that, under the lights. So he said, yo, I need you to push the game back one day. And I said, why? He said, Will Barton's coming. I said, Will Barton, NBA? Denver Nuggets, Will Barton?
You trying to see that?
Yeah. I said, damn. So I said, yo, you know I can't do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I said, you know I can't do that. I already told these dudes we playing tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. He said, yo, you don't want Will Barton in your tournament? You know how crazy that'll look for LES? I said, I understand how crazy that would look for LES. But if I told these dudes we playing tomorrow and everybody confirmed it, how can I move the game to Friday? That was one of the biggest decisions I had to make. Because I know if Will Barton would have came and played, like, you know how much prestige, how much pub he would have got that year. But then again, you know how much slack I would have took from the guys who support LES every year, who pay their money on time, who pay the refs on time, who show up on time. So I get what you mean by sometimes you have to uphold the right thing and the right standard versus doing kind of what psychologically could be the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's a fact, man. Like,
yeah.
I always think back to that. Yeah, that joint hurt me. I'm like, damn.
Hurt.
Not them.
Did we win twice in a year? We won 2 times in the tournament or once? I feel like we went back to back.
Nah, y'all won. Nah, y'all won the year before that, and then the second year. This was your repeat year.
Okay.
Yeah, cause I mean, when that happened, like, I think I was done. Like, after
yeah.
I told Rich, I said,
mentally you was done.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, I was done with the tournament.
Yeah.
So I was just like, yo, when I had, cause I had actually that year started doing my middle school league.
Yep, I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, so I was
you transitioned to the middle school a lot.
Yeah.
And then the football too.
Yeah, I was like, I don't have headaches when I'm dealing with kids. These grown men give me headaches, bro. Not having ref fees, like what? It's 10 of y'all. I can't get $50? Like, come on, man. It was a headache. So I was like, you know what? Then after that whole thing, I was like, yo, I'm done. I'm mentally drained. Yo. Like, that one really got to me, man. But so how did your relationship with what's the name come about? Isaiah Whitehead.
Oh man, it's funny. Me and Zeke got really cool. I knew him, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew him from basketball and, you know, playing or whatever the case may be. But I've been trying to really lock in with him on the training side from when he was with the Brooklyn Nets. And I would hit him up, I would hit his peoples up, and it was kind of like always like a kind of it was kind of always like just we missing each other, like, you know what I'm saying? So then he plays in LES last year. He plays in the Final Four. Another executive decision I had to make because he came at halftime. Like, he came at halftime and suited up and had 30 and beat the team to go to the championship. You know what I'm saying? Which I got slapped on with that, but he came. So, and he was in the book. But so we got cool. So after the tournament, we chopping it up, talking to him. He's taking pictures, doing videos, whatever, showing the kids so much love. So I was like, yo, bro, like, you know, for a long time, I've been trying to, like, work with you, like, on the training side. He was like, word, for real? Like, I was like, yeah, bro. Like, I feel like I can help your game. I feel like there's some things I watch you that I could really, like, kind of, you know, add with what you got. So he was like, all right, cool. He was like, yo, I'm not going overseas until probably like November. We could work out every day. So I was like, all right, cool. So he hits me up. I meet him at Seton Hall. We work out, and chemistry was just there. Like we just got really cool. Like even on a personal level, like outside of basketball, and from there it's just been an upward spiral. Like you know what I'm saying? It's just been like kind of like I'm like a big brother to him. You know what I'm saying? And it's a really good relationship, man. Like I feel like he should be back in the NBA, but he's doing what he needs to do for his family, and he's doing a great job, man. And it's been a good relationship. You know what I'm saying?
I was definitely amazed at the fact that you actually had the opportunity to build that relationship, and then just following your Instagram and just seeing, um, like the workouts you was putting him through. The fact
Right.
that it wasn't so much because, like I guess people that know you know what you have to offer.
Right.
It was the fact that somebody already on his level, you know what I'm saying, allowed you to offer it to him. And
Right.
and you know what I'm saying? And he's learning from you and he's listening to you. And I was just amazed at that. I was like, yo, he got it. Like he's on to something. Because you like, even before him, like you was already training people. But the fact that you got somebody, I guess, of his caliber to actually buy into it and listen to you,
Right.
like, yo, you on to something, man. It's like,
Nah, for
like
sure. I
you can
mean,
only
like I
grow
said,
from
I worked with NBA guys before, um, but not consistent like that. Like not to the level of really getting the opportunity to tap into to their development. So like you said again, it was big for me in my status of the field of work I'm in because people actually seeing him getting better and people actually seeing him being receptive and really taking and paying attention to the detail of what I was showing him. And like you said, man, it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Him being from New York, um, being in the NBA and all those things. To be able to have somebody like that respect my craft,
yeah.
it just says a lot about me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. All right, so we're gonna get into some quick questions.
Okay.
I'm saying let's try to get to know a little bit more about BG on a more personal level. All right, so who are your 5 favorite basketball players of all time?
Five favorite of all time:
All time.
Kobe Bryant, definitely. Uh, Michael Jordan, Allen Iverson, Shaquille O'Neal, and I have to put Hakeem Olajuwon. That was my favorite center of all time.
You
But
got Hakeem and Shaq.
yeah, Shaq. You know why? Because I just feel like Shaq changed the game.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like Shaq just changed the game of basketball. Like from an entertainment standpoint to just a dominance of physicality. Like we never seen that.
Yeah.
Like I used to buy the Shaq sneakers, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they was
Oh, you got
ugly
the
and all that. I used
hypnotized
to buy
joints.
them. Yeah,
Got the
son.
hypno-
I think him and Sean Kemp's. Those are the only Reeboks I ever really bought. And AI.
Yeah, the AI joints was something different. The
AI's was
honeycomb
tough.
joints.
The blue toes, yep.
Yep. Something different, man. Who's your favorite team right now? NBA.
Favorite team?
Yeah.
Oh man. I mean everybody know I'm a LeBron fan. But favorite team? I'm gonna have to say I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna have to say damn, that's tough, bro. I gotta go with Portland. 'Cause I'm a big Dame Lillard
Ah,
fan.
come on, man.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't care what you or anybody else say. Y'all not Portland fans. Get out of here.
No, I'm not a Portland fan. I just like their team now because they got they got Lillard, they got McCollum, which is probably arguably top three
Yeah.
top three you know guard tandems, and then they picked up Melo, which was love, man.
Yeah.
Melo was done. Like Melo was like digging his own grave. Like you know what I'm saying? and it's like they revived them. So it's like I gotta go with them. You know what I mean?
All right, nah, cause I'm getting kind of upset looking at my timeline and
I know
all
you
of a
see what's going
sudden
on, right? That's why I keep looking
Portland
this
this,
way.
Portland that. Yo, big up to my brother Tone. Now Tone, no, growing up with Tone,
Cannon,
exact. Yo, he'll tell you.
that's my
I
brother,
might
man.
have been the only freaking Portland fan ever.
Oh, but you've been a Portland fan from back in the days. You
That's what I'm
had
saying. I might have been the only one ever, and people look like Portland. Like, yeah, I like Portland. I don't know. Like,
you was a Portland fan from Drexel and all that. Yeah, for
you know what I'm
sure.
saying? Like,
I remember that.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It was.
I remember that.
So,
Mighty Mouse.
and then I'm starting to see all these people are Portland fans. I'm like, come on.
Well, I think they just Dame Lillard fans. I think people are not really fans. Yeah, people are not fans like how we was fans, man. Like people are more player fans, so they're gonna go wherever the player goes. Like we really liked teams back in the day. Like it was people that really liked Seattle SuperSonics as a team.
Right? Ooh. Who liked them? Come on.
No,
man.
I'm saying like it was.
But that's what I'm saying is like, yo, somebody will pick a team like the Supersonics.
Right.
I guess. Right? I mean, nobody from New York is really rocking with Seattle, but
right.
I guess that's how we looked at it. It's like when I said Portland, like Portland, all right. We got the Knicks right here, but you gonna go with Portland? Yeah, so I mean, though, just seeing that, I'm like, yo, you serious?
Facts.
Like what Drake said, he wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
In the gym?
What's going on, man? I'm like, yo, even when Dame first started killing, Dame been killing.
Right.
Nobody was on it like that. Now
That's
him
a fact.
McCullough killing. Now Dame pulling from half, knocking them down.
Nah, Dame is different.
Yeah, Dame was real different, but Dame been different, and now it's going with Portland. Portland, nah, man. What team would you be last year? Go back with them. Like us from afar, man. Stop. Other than your tournament, I want you to list. I want you to. You might not want to do it because you got friends out there, but I want you to list.
Can you talk a little bit louder, man? I can
you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
All right. I want you to list top 3 tournaments in the city, other than yours.
Wow.
Leave yours out. Top 3, because you really feel that this tournament is better than that tournament and that.
Right.
Be honest.
Oh man, I mean, that's tough. I mean, top 3 tournaments. Obviously, I'm gonna put LES in there. The other,
you can't. I said nope. I said you can't. You can't use your tournament.
I can't. Oh, that's even easier then. So the top 3 I would go with would be, I would say number 1, obviously, Dykeman. You can't discredit what they do. You know what I'm saying? From the crowd to the NBA players that come up there to just the atmosphere. It's like, it's like being in the Garden. You know what I'm saying? Then the second one I would have to go with is Hoops in the Sun. And the only reason why I say that is because of how the tournament is ran. Like the tournament is ran so professional, bro. Like from the announcers to the way, they play a full game. Like you gotta really be in shape to play. Like the clock stops every time the whistle's going. You know what I'm saying? To the professionalism, and then to just playing on the beach. Like that's dope to me.
That
is
dope.
You know what I'm saying? That's just dope to me. Like that's different. So I would go with them, and then third I would have to go with Gersh, man. Like Gersh is really Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
nah, definitely.
Like Gersh is like if you want to know what Brooklyn is and how they are and how they act and they swag and everything, go to Gersh. Like, you know what I'm saying? That tournament is top notch. They have from the competition to the crowd to the setup. It's dope. So those are my 3 joints.
Okay, yeah, I remember the first time I ever went to Gersh. Like just this past, I want to say your last winter joint. My man Trev and my man Ring, they played. They came with a team from Brooklyn. Like I know you know Trev, I know you know Ring.
Yeah, I know Trev.
Yeah.
Trev
right,
Boys Club. Trev the Boys Club kid. Yeah.
So Ring was like, yo, but I know Tone was trying to get into Gersh badly. This is when Gersh first started. He got the Nike deal and all that. So Ring was like, yo, I got put on, so I can't even put you on, Tone, honestly. right? So there was a lot of that going on back then, though. A lot of that.
Right.
I got put on, so I don't know if I could, because you ain't want nobody else to outshine you. That's what it was.
Right.
Well, what's the name was famous for that? Arnell. Arnell was famous for that. Arnell was famous for that. Because, like, I know Tone and Arnell used to always beef, like, yo.
Nah, they had a little rivalry, man.
Nah, because the thing was, I put it like this. Arnell played everywhere, right? Tone played everywhere. But there were certain tournaments that Arnell had access to that Tone didn't.
Facts.
So Tone would be like, yo, can you talk to the coach? Can you put me on? Is there a spot? And Arnell will always come back with the, nah, like, they put me on, so I'm not even sure, right? So, but then, when Tone had access to tournaments, Arnell wanted to play in, it was simple.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Arnell's the bro. Like, I bet. Yo, we talked to the coach, and he was on.
Yeah.
Easy. You know what I'm saying? So, like, Arnell was famous for that. But the first time I went to Gersh was when Reem said he had a game. And we went up there, and it was a movie. I haven't seen that kind of atmosphere in a long time.
Yeah.
It was a movie up there. So, like, Gersh, still one of the top joints in the city, man.
Sure.
All right. So, I've witnessed you go through a lot of sneakers in your time. A lot of sneakers. I don't care who's sponsoring you right now. What was your favorite sneaker? Cause you're infamous for being like, yo, I mean, my favorite what, man? Whoever's giving me free stuff.
You know me.
Infamous for that. Like, yo, Puma got me, I'm wearing Puma. I mean, it is what it is. I respect it though. I respect it. But what is your I guess I want to say your favorite sneaker of all time?
Oh my God, that's tough. Damn, just one?
Just one. Like a pair that if it came out every single year, you would want them.
I mean, for me, it got to be the Jordan 1s, man. Any type of ones, man, is just like, I feel like those sneakers are so comfy. You know, you could throw them on with some jeans, with some sweats.
Yeah, Jordan 1s is clean. Jordan 1s
is clean. I gotta go Jordan 1s. Like I would buy a pair of Jordan 1s every time they came out. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the black and red or the black and white or the gray, you know what I mean? Any color it seems like they come out with is fire. So I would go with the Jordan 1s. And if I had to do Nikes, I mean, you know what's be classic, man. Any Air Max 95 is just like
95, yo. I think they coming back out.
Yeah, any 95s, man, is just like can't go wrong, bro. You know what I'm saying? Can't go wrong,
That's
man.
a fact. Yo, honestly, I ain't gonna hold you. The first time only reason I ever bought a pair of Puma because you was like, yo, these are comfortable.
Yeah.
So I walked into Foot Locker. I was like, yo, them joints look alright. So I wasn't really a Puma fan. I ain't gonna hold you. I wasn't no Pumas. I'm good. But then I seen this pair on the wall. I'm like, alright, let me try these on. Them joints just like walking on pillows. Most comfortable sneaker I've ever tried on.
You told me that too. Nah, for fact. Like, I mean, for me, like I said again, we had Nike, we had Adidas, now we have Puma. I'm a big fan of every sneaker. I feel like has. You're not gonna like all of them, you know what I'm saying? But you're gonna like maybe one or two style of them, and that's what happened with Puma. Like on the basketball side, they only have like 2 pair of kicks, but the kicks is dope. You know what I'm saying? Now on the running side, and on the they would call that the lifetime side. I mean lifestyle side. Like as far as like casual or running, they got some dope kicks, bro.
Yeah, but I mean Puma Ben had the casual joints though.
Yeah, like dope. But I mean like you said, like comfortable though. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you like feel like you walking on like, you know what I'm saying, the sandals, like they so comfortable. You know what I mean? So definitely, man. So salute to them, and you know what they've done for the league, and I appreciate it, and you know hoping that we could do some more dope things with them, and some of their featured athletes. Want them to come out. We had some dope surprises this year, but you know everything happened for a reason.
Nah, it's a fact. All right, so I had this conversation with one of my workers. Who do you think right now? Matter of fact, I'm gonna say all time, the best NBA rapper.
The best NBA rapper?
Yeah, like, because it's like the worlds are kind of all in one. Like, if you
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
NBA, most likely, you know what I'm saying? Like, you lived in that world where
I mean, for me, that's tough, man. I mean, I've heard some of what's his name stuff, and I think just like overall, he's probably the best I've heard. Dame Lillard.
Yeah, Dame is fire.
Yeah, like I listened to his joint, and I was just like, nah, this is like somebody
on the lyricist side. On the lyricist side, his joint is fire.
Like somebody got to be writing that, and they was like, nah. And then I watched his interview, and he goes into like, so I would say him. I mean, even though it was funny, I love Shaq stuff too, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shaq had some cool records, man. You know what I mean? You can't take that away from him.
What you thought about the Kobe joint, man?
Kobe was trash, man. That's, I feel like they need to just erase that part of Kobe's life, bro. Like, that was the worst, bro. And I'm a Kobe fan. Like,
it was the Kobe Brandy, right? Or Kobe Monica, Kobe and Brandy, right?
Kobe and Brandy, like that was so. Like, Kobe was so terrible at rapping. It was ridiculous, bro.
Yo. Iman Shumpert, though. Iman Shumpert got some
He's
fire.
not bad. Yeah, he's not bad. I heard some of his stuff.
Yeah,
he's not bad.
I mean, he got
I just think it's hard when your girl is cooler than you, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, it's tough, man. That's like Sig. I'd be like, yo, you gotta calm down with the cool. Like, you can't be too much more cooler than me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's tough. Like, it's a shot to pride. Like, you know what I mean? But he's cool though. He's cool.
Yeah, nah. Sig be putting out heat though.
Nah, Sig is nice, man.
Yeah, like, her fan base is blue.
I don't even try to rap when it comes to like. Word.
The best hip hop basketball commercial. We got to be on the same page with this one.
Oh, come on, man. Be on the same page. It's the Jada and Iverson.
Boom. There you go. Yo, it's retarded.
We brothers, bro. You know that.
Yo, that joint.
That's classic.
They could put
even
that
the Styles
right
P and even the Styles P one was hard with when they had Styles P, and I think that was Is that Garnett?
I'm trying to remember.
They call him Kevin Garnett. Something.
Yeah.
That was hard too. But I mean, Jada and AI joint was retarded.
Yo, that joint, yeah. That joint sound like a regular song, man.
I feel like they could put that out now and it'd still be tough.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, listen, drop that with another pair of AIs, man.
Mm-hmm.
Guaranteed. Sale. Guaranteed. Go. Upcoming fight. Mike Tyson, Roy Jones. Who you got?
Mike.
You got Mike on that?
Yeah, for a fact.
Think Roy Jones is washed? Think it's over?
Yeah, it's over, man, for Roy.
Nah, his last couple of fights, man. Yo,
Mike. I mean, Mike got knocked out the last fight, right?
No, but he ain't get Roy Jones knocked out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Roy got knocked out bad, bro.
Roy Jones looked like he died every time
he got knocked out. Yeah, it looked like he was dead. Like, you can't even commentate and all that after that. Like, I don't even know why he was still trying to like commentate, and like, that was just nasty.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm taking Mike.
So who you got in a one-on-one? LeBron or MJ? But they only got 5 seconds each possession. 5 seconds, 3 dribbles.
Yeah, that's worse for LeBron. You gotta take MJ.
Yeah, because I mean, the reason I set it up that way is because LeBron will probably try to body MJ the whole time because he's bigger than MJ.
It would have to be LeBron would have more of a chance if it was like an 8-second shot clock, maybe. Like he would need those extra 3 seconds to score. You know what I'm saying? But 5 seconds, Mike gonna kill him. Mike triple threat game is too real, bro. He got the palm fake, the jab, the shimmy.
Well, I was just thinking that when you said triple threat,
I'm
like, yo, he got the.
Like Mike is just different, bro.
All right.
I thought you was gonna ask me who was gonna win on one-on-one, Sam or Mega.
No, we ain't get there yet. It's coming up. All right, yo, check this out. So, in this one, be honest, cause you cool with both of them. You cool with one and the other, but you cool with both of them. All right, don't get disrespectful because you still know him. You still know both of them. All right.
Right.
Who you got? You got Zeke or Sir Lancelot?
Ooh.
Same rules.
And that's tough. Oh my God. 5 second shot clock?
5 second shot clock, 3 dribbles.
Dang. Sheesh. Wow. I mean, I'm gonna have to go with Zeke. Only reason
safe
because
answer. What's that?
yeah, now I'm gonna go with Zeke. Only reason because Zeke has learned how to score more efficiently off 3 dribbles, and Zeke is more like to the point. Like Lance, Lance is make him dance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Lance kind of got to get into that bag. So 5 seconds may hurt him as far as his overall arsenal of work. You know what I'm saying? Versus Zeke is just straight hard drive. He try to bully ball you, like you know what I'm saying? Like, so I would go with Zeke. Yep.
Okay. I definitely thought you was gonna say Lance. Thought you was gonna say Lance, but you sticking with the home team. Got you, heard you, see. All right, so definitely had to ask your opinion on this. We got City on Lock. The Hood wants to see Mega versus Sam. It's not gonna happen. Mega's not playing Sam. He pretty much told Sam, "You're not worth my time. You're not on my level. You're not on my caliber." Yeah, that's pretty much what he told him in a nutshell. That's exactly pretty much what he said. So Sam got offended, but Mega, he's blunt. Everybody told him, "You're not worth my time."
Wow.
He definitely said, "I'm not wasting my time on I never was."
Mega's crazy.
Yeah. So, but I kind of see what Sam was saying as far as it's not a full court. It's not a 5-on-5. It's me and you, half court, 1-on-1. And with the rules, the way it's set up, if you miss, it's now my ball. I don't got to hustle to get a rebound. None of that.
Right.
So it does change the dynamic of it a little bit. So with the rules set up the way it is, who do you have winning?
I mean, with the rules set the way it is, I mean, no disrespect to Sam. Sam is my brother. I love Sam, but he wouldn't have a chance against Mega and those type of rules because it's not predicated towards his game. Like Sam is more of a hustler. Like you know what I'm saying? Sam is a dude who would literally throw the ball off the backboard and try to get his own rebound and put it back in. Like you know what I'm saying? So the way the rules in City and Lock is set up is why not me, bro? No, I mean for real. Like Sam is like an energy dude. So it's like he's like,
bro, you just say he the type to throw the ball off the back.
I've seen him do it, bro. Like I've seen him. Like how somebody. No, I'm saying like how somebody shoots a layup, but they're not really trying to make it. They just trying to hustle to get the rebound and put it back. Like that's stuff Sam does because he's more of an energizer type bunny than what I'm saying, like a skill player. You know what I'm saying? Mega has grown to be a shooter. Mega is dumb strong. So Mega's straight line drive is dumb strong. You know what I'm saying? And he would be more efficient because with City on Lock, and I kind of told Toronto to change those rules that way is to make somebody have to score one shot.
Said so pretty much.
So I was saying,
Mega got it.
Yeah, I mean, I would go with Mega just like I said, just because he's more polished offensively. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Sam. Sam is a good player. Sam definitely plays good D. But yeah, you got to be able to put the ball in the basket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's a fact.
But I love City on Lock, man. I love what Toronto's doing.
I was about to ask you about that right now. Like, what was your involvement with it, with City on Lock? Because I seen you out there with the announcements.
It's Nah, I mean, for me, I'm just support, man. You know, when I
Yeah,
first started LES, outside of yourself and the local people from Lower East Side, I didn't have that much support, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Internally, meaning. But
yeah,
you know, my role in City of Lock, I don't have one. You know, I'm just a supportive of it. I love Teron. He's a great kid. He came up under us, and he's trying to do something for the hood. You know what I'm saying? And I think as it grows and as he grows, it will only get better. You know what I mean? Because it has great energy. I just want to see it have a little bit more purpose to it.
mm-hmm.
Like I like the high school kids games, but I don't want kids getting confused with thinking that one on one makes you a better player than someone. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like me coming up, I never played one on one like that. You know what I'm saying? I tell people to this day, like there's probably a lot of people who I was better than back in the day that probably would have beat me one on one. But again, that's their lane, and it's dope, man. It's the energy is there. I announced a few games, which was cool. You know, and I just try to help him out any way as possible, like with the rules, and you know, if he needs my help as far as with any type of equipment I have, I always try to lend my helping hand, and he's overly appreciative, and he's just a good dude, man. Like he's doing it, like he's really doing it for everybody else, like, and that's what I love about it.
yeah. Nah, definitely, definitely. I had a couple of conversations with Teron, and he's just like he did something at a time where it was needed for the
Yeah,
Lower East Side. You know what I'm saying? And he was on time with it because, like I had spoke on when I had interviewed him, like I thought it was over. Like I thought it was over for the Lower East Side as far as basketball wise,
right.
and then this just blows up. You know what I'm saying? And then you have your games that are just starting to happen now too over the past couple of weeks. So I'm glad. What you named it? Summer ain't dead.
So yeah, so called the SAD, you know what I'm saying, which was an acronym because you know, it was sad, man. The summer was sad that we didn't have basketball. Um, and for me, it was very discouraging not to have LES Express because of the momentum we had from last year. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like I think the momentum if it would have carried over from this summer, like it would have been crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I initially wasn't. I was told from corporate people to not do anything because of COVID, and I mean you really couldn't do anything either. Like you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Not being funny, you couldn't get no permits, and there's no permits being issued. So you kind of had to do everything kind of on a like a you just doing it. You know, you're just doing it freely, right? You know what I mean? So I couldn't put LES Express as the headliner for it. So I just called it the Summer Ain't Dead. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted some type of form of basketball to be displayed at my park. You know what I'm saying? So we was able to get that done, and then obviously, Tehran, me being from LES, I always love to give a platform to the up and coming people from LES. So you know, we gave Tehran that platform, and that was dope, man. They had a great one-on-one game, which was amazing.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Now that the whole movement is dope. I hope he has other things in store. I'm saying for that. Like I hope it doesn't remain what it is right now.
Right.
I hope he grows that because he has something. I just hope he really just like zooms in on it and just makes this be way bigger than what it is. But yeah, so I'm about to let you go, bro. But I gotta get this one story off. I want to see if you remember. 'Cause I just want everybody to know how much BG loves basketball. All right, so this is a story I had, right? I remember this joint. Now, I'm pretty sure you remember this, so I might show you. So, we was at a pro-am tournament on a fast break. I cut my man off,
Okay.
and he goes up for the layup. I swipe down on the ball. This dude is brawling. The ball did not budge. I tore my shoulder. Swipe down on the
Oh
ball.
yes.
Tore my shoulder. Right now, you wasn't even there yet, right? You wasn't even in the gym yet. Swipe down on the ball, tore my shoulder. Fine. Now, I go I make my way towards the door, and I was like, all right, I'm waiting for the end of the game, then I'm going to go to the hospital. I want to see the rest of the game. The pain got so crazy, I'm laid out on the floor, right? Just laying there, just trying to deal with the pain. The door opens. Here comes BG. BG's running late for the game. He's on my team. He's running late for the game. He steps over me, not realizing it was me. Then he looks at me, he's like, yo, Mel, you all right? I was like, yo, I just tore my shoulder. He's like, damn, bro. Yo, I forgot my shorts. Can I take your shorts, though? I'm trying to get into the game.
I remember that on 100th Street. I remember that.
Yo, I'm like,
yo, my shorts.
No, wait, here.
You looked at me and was priceless.
Yo, take the shorts, bro. I'm like, that's how much this dude loved basketball, man.
Nice.
Because he had love for me, but he was late for the game and he didn't have shorts. So, yeah, it sucks. Tore your shoulder. You look like you're in pain too, my dude. But my G, let me hold them shorts.
Yeah, I needed those. We was losing. We was losing the game.
We was losing. Nah, you right. We was losing.
We was losing. I came up there in a bus. I was definitely not trying to lose. Word.
Hey, yo, bro, man. I was like, it was painful
That's
at
classic.
the time, but that was one of the best memories that I ever had when it comes to you. Because when I think back on it, I'm like, yo, that shit was funny.
Mad funny.
It was funny. But
Love,
yo,
bro.
I appreciate your time, bro. I appreciate you coming on and letting everybody know about your basketball journey. And well, actually, last question: where do you think the state of basketball is right now? Think it's in a good state?
Think
we're in a
I mean,
good
I think it's in a good place. You know what I'm saying? I think we just need more people that's in it for the right reasons. You know what I mean? I think basketball is coming to a place to where the business of basketball has been exposed. So a lot of people are just in basketball for the business aspect of it and not the love. You know what I'm saying? So I think once the love and the people that actually care and are passionate about it can get really involved in it, then we'll be good. But the talent is there. These kids are super talented. They're growing by the second. And we got a lot of great programs and we got a lot of great tournaments. So I think the state of New York City basketball is in a good place. You know what I'm saying? I just think we gotta just keep pushing these kids towards greatness and not letting them be content with where they at. Appreciate you having me on, bro. Word.
Yo, I appreciate
Opinionated
you,
facts.
man. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, this show's gonna be out. I want to say by the end of the week. I gotta do some editing on it.
Nah, no problem.
But yo, love is love, man, and keep doing
Love
what
love.
you're doing because you're on the right path, man. Yo, everybody who's gonna watch this, man, this has been BG, Commissioner, Lower East Side Express. Come check it out next year. I'm not sure if he's doing something in the winter, but come check it out next summer. It's gonna be a movie because he had a whole summer off to figure some stuff out. So he's gonna come back crazy. But yo, this has been BG, Opinionated Facts. Appreciate you, bro, for coming out, man.
Love, bro. I'll talk to you, man.